In 5, 4, 3, 2.
I know, you see, somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful. Welcome to the Bucket Channel.
Hello guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Barker's channel, and in this very special episode today we are doing what we said we'd do a couple of weeks ago. We are doing our full tier list of the Post Malone F1 Trillion and Long Bed songs. 27 songs in total. We've listened to all of them. You've seen our reactions on the channels. If you haven't, go and check them out. And Niall, we've got a bit of work ahead of us here, to be fair.
So I mean, we've said what we were going to do. We've given ourselves what has it been a week or so since it's been released now?
Must be getting on. We're never getting on 2, I think, since F1 Trillion. Oh no, actually, oh sorry.
Well,
yeah.
Longbed only came out the day after.
Yeah. So we're talking the 2 weeks now, but we was late reacting to Longbed. That's the thing.
So we've given ourselves enough time where we've listened to it a few times and we've got our bearings, and by all means, we've both flopped back and forth between favourites and picking new ones and all sorts. But yeah, this is where we showcase it. So from our perspective, obviously we can't play the songs again now because copyright. Although we did get away with it with the live streams. So what we're going to do is, as we go through on our side of things, we're going to listen to the songs once again. We've got all of these, as you can see on the screen just here, the covers with the song names on, and they're all in order as well. So we're just going to drop back through the album from 1 to, what is it, 27, you say? 27
songs, yeah.
Yeah, 1 to 27, and then stick them on as we go.
If you watched our last tier list video, you'd notice that we've shortened down our system a little bit. We've took out Never Gets Played because at the moment it's not. There's no point. It is every song's getting.
We're
played.
Listening to it all.
And the other one was Come Back to Regularly.
Oh yeah, Come Back Regularly or something like that.
Something like that. We've ditched that one.
That's not even really an option because we can't have that this early on.
No.
Like,
yeah, this is it. We're going to do them in order of the songs. So we're starting with the original album, and then we're working through the Long Bed songs after. And our first one is Wrong Ones, featuring Tim McGraw. Do you want to kick it off for the first one? Do you want to kick it off?
Wrong Ones.
I am in agree. I was going to say on this one, I was going to say either on repeat, or I was going to give it a boot up the arse to Legendary, because as an introduction to a country album, it goes fucking hard.
But you've not got to think of it as the introduction song. You've got to think of it as an individual song. This is the problem. You got to think of it as an individual song. Compare it to like your top 3.
I would say, yeah, I'm happy with on repeat then, because it is on repeat. It's no word of a lie. I mean, yeah. Finer Things, Hank Williams.
I know where I want it. I know where I want it, and I don't think you'll agree.
Go on, you go first then.
Right.
Fine with me. Absolutely fine with me. I would say. I would say it's one of them things where between them two, I could easily switch them places as well, because they're both on that edge.
They are very close. But that song for me is a song that randomly through the day, and this is how I know it's one of those songs that I fucking love, is randomly through the day I'll just go, I got a thing for the finer thing, just randomly without even thinking about the song.
My bit is, I got that F1 Trillion.
Limousine. Yeah, I do.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I agree. I completely agree.
That's the section I'm sticking that in. I think, as much as I love the Tim McGraw one, that one just tops it for me. It's just one of those songs that clicks in my head randomly, and I love that about it.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, I completely agree. Banging song. The next song, I don't know about you, I don't think we need to listen to it anymore.
As in hell.
It ain't like I can make this kind of mess all by myself.
I know where I want it. I want to know where you put it first.
I'm going to go, I wouldn't skip it. I like the song.
Really? I was gonna go play. Actually, yeah, no, I'm with you. Because Occasionally, at the minute especially, I do usually skip them and go to the other ones.
And this
But
is the
only,
thing,
like,
because it's a release song.
whereas
We've had this
before-
before in the tier lists, haven't we? Like the release ones,
Yeah.
we generally end up skipping because it's Post Malone, and when they release, they get fucking overplayed so much.
But also, you could technically say I would mostly skip it only because recently I've been skipping it to play the newer ones. But as a whole, like the song on its own, say it was before these were released, this was a one that was on repeat. So I think it's a fine middle ground for it.
So this next one then should be interesting because the next one's Pour Me a Drink. Yeah, I fucking love you, honestly. It's one.
I know where it's going immediately.
It's it's so good, and I think for me as well, Blake Shelton. I love him, honestly. Like,
It's fucking brilliant. It's
he
so
makes
good.
that
It's
song.
such a good song.
And buddy, you should probably buy her one. Somebody pour me a drink. Somebody pour me a
pour me a
smoke.
smoke. I'm about to get on a
Fucking-
boat. I'm about to get on her own.
So good.
Brilliant
So good.
song,
Um,
I knew where you'd want it because I know where I want it. Yeah. Right.
I can see
play
this
the
is
next
going to
one.
happen now. Yeah.
This is where we do disagree.
This is next one's going to be different.
This one's going to be a disagreeing song for us, but yeah,
Yeah.
we'll play it. I know where I want it. I want to know more where you want it with this one because I know how you feel about the very obvious auto tuning going on with Dolly's voice in the solo.
So, if you'd have asked me 4 days ago, it would have been mostly skip. At the moment, I am between play regularly and on repeat. I will let you have on repeat.
I want on repeat because that one for me,
I find myself singing it.
personally, I'm in between these two
No. And
because I think as a whole, the song in general is one of the most catchiest songs on the album.
completely agree.
Like,
And it's
very, very
it's stuck in my
like,
head.
fucking-
It's stuck in my head, and it annoys me that it's stuck in my head. Why I can't let it go that high, and even on repeat, and I'm just like, maybe. The problem with it is, it's Dolly, and I hate it because I fucking love Dolly Parton so much. Like, even her
I mean, you named
verse.
your dog after her.
Exactly, my dog is called Dolly. My son's called Austin.
Mainly
I've got
for a
fucking Dolly and Austin. I was made for this. It's the voice for her. It seems so heavily edited. It seems so heavily. Her verse itself is really catchy, but the problem is that her voice itself, it just seems like to get it to a standard where they're happy on the album, it's just been edited with so much. And like, there's this little bit at the end. I just can't do it. I can't. I just can't do it. I'll let you have on repeat because I know you absolutely love the song. And it's annoyingly catchy that it's in my head and I'm playing it. But it still really irks me how Dolly sounds on it. And
I do agree with that. That is the one thing that has settled me from not putting it up there.
I think if
Because
they was
I
to,
do, as a song, I want it up there.
and it sounds like a massive disservice to one of the greatest country singers of all time. But if they was to find a replacement to sing that song, then it probably would go up to legendary.
Hear me out, Perry.
Lainey Wilson. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. If just me and you are fucking like that, mate.
Exactly.
If Lainey Wilson was to sing that, that would be a fucking legendary song and probably one of the best on the album.
I mean, Luke Combs got 2 features. Lainey Williams could get 2 features too.
Yeah, I mean,
She deserves 2 features from her song on Nosedive. That was fucking great as well.
yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Don't jump the gun.
We'll get to that. I know. The next
Okay,
one.
next
What
one.
Don't
What
Belong.
don't belong to me? Yeah, mostly skip.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a great song.
I
not a bad
think
song.
that song could easily have been released on Austin, and I would listen to it.
Yeah. True. It wasn't the right album for the song.
Like, it's got the country elements, but
Not even really. Even during our live stream reaction, I immediately said that's not a country song.
I did, and then
It
I
was
have
just a
listened to it
standout
more.
song that sounded different.
And I had a few comments on the YouTube about it saying, no, it's definitely a country song. And I have listened to it more, and it is. But, and had a few back and forth with a few people in the comments, and they all said the same thing. You know, they agreed. It's more of an acoustic song than country, although it is obviously country. It's more Austin, and it just, for me, it's easily the weakest song on the album. Like,
agreed.
So for me, yeah. Next song goes without saying.
I'm between these two.
I'm the exact same, and I think I more play regularly. I love the song.
I'm fine with that. It's a great song, yeah, but not as good as Tim McGraw's, and it's not as good as Dolly Parton's.
Fuck me, we are. It's just like that.
It's so agreeable in this one.
This other reaction, if you haven't seen our other reaction, by the way, where we did every single Post Malone song up to Austin, it was not like this. This is like, you can have that one, but I want that one. This is much easier.
Yeah, I mean, before we went back through it, at the end, again, readjusting everything, didn't we?
But I think it's also because we've got quite a similar taste in country. So, like, we know what we want, and we also had a good idea of what we wanted from the album when we came into it. So, like, I mean, when we, like, for example, it's going to come up again, but, like, Never Love You Again, when that came up, that was like, oh, fuck. I'd been saying, like, 3 songs before. I'm just craving something. And then that song came on, and it was like, fucking, this is it. So, it's there. We're very much, we know what we want from this album. The next song. Now, I think this is going to be an interesting one.
Baby, I don't have a guy for that.
I want to know what you think. Guy for that. Where would you put it?
I wouldn't skip it.
Get out of my fucking head. Because, and I'm going to skip ahead a little bit here. The other Luke songs is much higher up. Yeah, it's fucking much better. Yeah.
Yeah. God, I hate this, Perry. We're so
why is this happening?
Before we disagreed so much, and now we're just like fucking on the ball with each other.
Fuck me, this is not right. It's weird. I don't like it. Next song, and I sort of called this from the beginning. I knew it'd be good.
Okay, we'll listen. We'll listen. Oh. Okay.
This one might cause some debate. Maybe not.
I want this, and I'm happy to settle with on repeat because I have had it on repeat. But I'm between these two.
So,
and I
get it. I get it. Lainey Wilson, her vocals are fucking amazing. I love that woman. I'd marry that woman, Lainey Wilson. She's fucking
chorus for me.
However, hear me out.
Okay.
I was thinking of on repeat, and the reason I say that is because it's not like, it's a lovely song. It's the vocals from Post and from Lainey are fucking stunning. Is it the country that we know? It is that newer, it's that moderner country. For me, I would be more on repeat. I get why you are, because I know you love that song. I'm just looking at what else we have coming up, and put it where you want it for now. If you want it in legendary,
I've already got it on repeat because I was between these two anyway, legendary and on repeat. So if you're saying on repeat, I'll settle for on repeat. Okay, so the next one is Losers, featuring Jelly Roll.
Would you like me to go first?
You can go first.
If I hadn't just heard that there and given myself a second just to think about it, that was going in mostly skip for me.
Oh, I would have put it in wouldn't skip, but I've also just had a change there to play regularly.
I was thinking wouldn't skip it.
Really?
It doesn't.
Well, since I would have gone there anyway. I'm happy to settle for that.
I listen to it, but I don't gel with it. Like what saves it for me is the chorus and the line in it as well. You might be lonely, but you're never alone. Something about that, I really love that.
You might be lonely, but you're never alone. Yeah.
It's just so nice. But just the song overall, from a song with, I mean, I love Jelly Roll as well. I'm a massive fan. I think I introduced you to Jelly Roll actually years ago.
I did.
So I'm a massive
Well, I
fan.
introduced you to Post Malone, so I win.
Fuck, yeah, this is. I can't even argue with that. But yeah, so it's just not a massive clicker for me, but at the same time, it's a good song and I won't skip it. Next one, Devil I've Been. Ernest.
Would you like to know my input?
Go for it.
I wouldn't skip it. It's not one I play regularly, I'll be honest.
So I listened to it.
I do let it play out.
I listened to it more than the wouldn't skip it. So I was going to go play regularly, to be honest.
I'm fine with that.
But I've had a couple where you've sort of did. If you want to swap Jelly Roll and then between them two, I could let you have one. I'm happy.
How's that? Because I probably play Losers more than Devil I've Been.
Okay.
We can shuffle it at the end again. But but that being down there and Devil I've Been being further up than the Jelly Roll song.
Okay. No. Okay. All right. We'll move Jelly Roll up. We'll move Jelly Roll up. We're all about compromising here.
We'll have an end shuffle. Our next one.
Next one.
We'll play the full song, Perry.
I agree. We'll see you guys in a minute.
Well, Perry, it's already in Legendary.
That's legendary. There's just no question about it. One
already
of the best songs on the album.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's in my top 3.
Phenomenal. So
it's not in your top 3, but it is in mine. So
it's in my top 4.
Yeah,
and
no,
it could.
Top 4.
It's sometimes in my top 3. It just
Perry
depends.
Perry would put it down here, but I'm putting it up here.
I would never, ever put that. That's blasphemy of the highest fucking level.
It's not in your top 3, so it must be. It must be at the bottom for you.
Just shut up. Next one, Missing You Like This, Luke Combs. So, for me, that's on repeat.
Get out of my head.
It's such a good album, such a good song, and although
a lot higher than the other.
I get why the Luke Combs, a guy for that, came out. In actual fact, do I? I think they could easily have released that one instead, you know, and I think that probably would have done better, but maybe not over here.
I think it would have done better, but I think keeping this song for the album was a better choice.
I agree.
They were teasing Post Malone being country before the album, weren't they?
Yeah.
And it was a good little teaser, the first Luke Combs song. Ain't got a guy for that. Like it was.
Well, I remember it wasn't even edited. It was like an unedited version of that when they first put the shorts out about it, wasn't it? So it's been in the pipes for a long time, that song. So next one,
we got California Sober. I have no. I'm gonna let you do this one because I've got no idea where I think you're gonna put it. I know where I want it.
So I'm in two minds on this one. And again, if I said about 4 or 5 days ago, I probably would have gone for Wouldn't Skip It. But I'm between Wouldn't Skip It and Play Regularly. It's
really.
I'm playing it more, but I just don't gel with it as much. I don't like the fact that the vocals, it's the two of them singing. Like Chris Stapleton.
I think they sound class when they both sing together.
They do sound good, but I expected more, really. Chris Stapleton is this is a guy that sings Tennessee Whiskey. He's a phenomenal vocalist. And he's sort of just like singing in the background with Post, when really, for me, he should have had his own part. And I just, I would go play regularly, because I am, at the moment, playing it a bit more. I'm getting to like it. But yeah, I think 4 or 5 days ago, I probably would have been Wouldn't Skip It. Or, down there. It wasn't on my massively high on my list. Where are you sort of?
I would put it in on repeat for myself, but with this one, I would settle with Play Regularly if you're good with that.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
But I love that song. That's a go-to for me.
I look at, obviously the Dolly Parton one, I've sort of let you have. But if I look at what's up on that list above that, Nosedive, Missing You Like This, and Wrong Ones, do I listen to that California Sober as much? Not really. It's one of the ones I would, if the album's playing, I'll play it. Sometimes I will listen to it for because I've just got it stuck in my head and I need to listen to it, but it's not as often. Next one then, Hide My Gun. This is one I
Here's
don't know where
something I'm going
you're
to say
gonna
about this
go.
one. I, off the bat right now, do not remember which song this is.
You can have my gun.
I know where I'm going to go.
Okay, so because I know where I go, I've done a few. I want you to go.
I'm between these.
Wow.
Yeah.
Buck. That stings.
Yeah.
Uh,
This may be the one that we really disagree on then.
So for me, that's on repeat. I love that song.
Really?
And I love Hardy. I mean, I think Hardy's another one I introduced you to, like a couple of years ago.
I think Hardy's voice is great, and yeah, you did introduce me to him. But that song is very. I love a good chorus, and it's very chorus lacking. And I think a lot of the time it's just quite a monotone song for the album. It's just like. I will say this, Ferry. I do mostly skip it.
Really?
Like, you can tell I mostly skip it when, even looking at the name, I was like, I don't remember which song this is. But yeah.
Stings a little bit. Well, I mean, if it has to go, wouldn't skip it.
I will put it in play regularly for you if you'd want.
No. We'll
There's like
work
an
out.
even middle ground between us. It would be somewhere between these two.
We'll work out a deal
Then.
somewhere. We'll go. Wouldn't skip it for now.
Okay.
Because, I mean, you've sort of lucked out with Dolly Parton, really. So we'll work
Piss
out a
off,
middle
that song
ground.
is class.
We'll work out a middle ground. Let's get next one done. Next one. Fuck me, I just went simple there. Let's get the next one done. That's Right About You. For me, this is a pretty high scorer. I would say play regularly.
I'm with you. I was already hovering over it. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I think if I give another couple of weeks, I think that will probably be higher for me on repeat.
Possibly me too. I'm with you on that. I think I need to listen to it more.
It's with the songs that it's one of the. I mean, the solo songs, obviously from the other album, are phenomenal. That could have been a song from the Long Bed album, and would fit in perfectly well. And I have to say, it's of the three solo songs that we got on F1 Trillion, it's there as one of the strongest ones. Next one then, Mexico.
Perry, if you allow me the honour of putting this in Legendary, I will raise Hardy. You said we can make a deal. Because in my opinion, Mexico shits on these songs in the on repeat.
Okay.
Where do you want
Yeah.
Dolly?
I'm thinking maybe we move Dolly down. But they can stay. Let's finish the list. And we'll have a look.
Right, Perry, no crying here. Alright? You know what the next one is. You fucking pussy.
Yeah, I had a few comments on that one. All very nice comments, I must say.
I know, very nice comment. It fucking caught me off guard, you know, that did. I was like, what the fuck?
Caught me off.
You went really quiet and I had to go onto the live stream and I was like, oh shit.
So, my honest thoughts on that song is that it's one of the songs, obviously, that really it hit me. But I think I would put that in on repeat. I don't think I'd go Legendary.
I'd agree. I do have that song on repeat though.
I've got my own reasons for loving that song and like the sentiment behind it, and as a dad of a daughter, you know, it's a lovely song.
Same with me, as a dad of many of my unborn children under the bed, you know. Like, makes me think. One day I'll have to put my socks in the bin. It's upsetting. I'll give her away, but the sock was mine first. I'm sorry, Biffa, but you can't take her.
Fucking Biffa. You're a cunt. Oh, I usually been fucking swallowed. Right.
Oh. Nah, mate. I should have been put in a sock.
Oh, fucking hell. All right, so that is the main album done. Let's take a little reflection for a second. So, as the album stands, what you thought so far?
I'm gonna say something controversial. Well, not even controversial. Would you like to have a shuffle about now of the main album quickly?
I did think that, but do you know why? Because the long bed came out so quick compared to, I don't really, as much as I know we have to, I'm trying not to class it as two albums.
Well, no, it's still the same album. It's just disc 1 and disc 2. So I'm thinking this, like, if we shuffled this around now, this will give us a like going through these will give us like a good look at, like, is it better than these songs? Is it better than these songs? Do we think it's better than them ones or whatever? And I just think if we shuffle it about now and get it to more accurate for like our representation of it.
I don't know. I generally don't know. I mean, the Jelly Roll.
I think I'm willing to put your Hardy up and play regularly.
But then I think to myself, trying to be, and this is where it gets difficult, because if I look now, because of this new album, do I play as regularly? Although the whole album is like I played the whole album. I think we've probably got it not too bad. If anything, the one I would move would be California Sober.
California sober on the highway road. Wait, you saying what are you thinking? What I'm thinking?
No, that'd be fucking down, mate.
I have a compromise for you, Perry.
Okay, I'm here for it.
I'm willing, as you've allowed me a Mexico at the top, and as you've allowed me a Dolly Parton. How's that?
That works for me. That works for me.
I'm willing to do that. As much as I love California Sober, I agree with I would never skip it.
And that's the thing. Like, we're quite generous with our tier list because we're like pretty much sucking Post Malone off at this point.
Of course we are.
I mean, even the last one, is like mostly skip, which means even that we wouldn't really skip it. On to disc 2, first song, Falling in Love.
I feel like I'm here.
I was going to go wouldn't skip it.
Okay, yeah, I was between those two because I think it's the one of the least strong on disc 2.
I would agree with that. If I'm honest, full disclaimer here, if there's one song from this entire disc 2 that makes it on mostly skip, then we're fucking. It's not going to happen. I don't think there's anyone that's going to make it mostly skip because this 2 is fucking strong.
I re-listen to one of them, but there is one that might maybe get it for me. I'm not saying which one yet, but I need to listen to it again and think about it.
So this whole album, I just let's go. Dead at the honky tonk. Let's go.
I'm again between these.
So, of the 2, Falling in Love and Dead at the Honky Tonk, I would say Dead at the Honky Tonk's better. So I would go play regularly. That's what I was thinking.
Is that where you were thinking anyway?
Yeah, I was thinking of going there anyway. So
yeah,
but so that comparing the 2 songs together, I think that
definitely better than Fall in Love.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's again, I have to say this is not throwing shade at Falling in Love because this whole album is phenomenal. Let's not take it away here. So even when we're saying
you've got to think the first 4 tiers are still class songs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're not like
even the 50s. It's mostly.
We don't even have a tier that says put it in the bin because we're never going to do that.
Well, even this bottom song, that don't be put off by mostly skip. This is still a class song. It's just mostly skip because it's not right for this album.
Yeah,
if, like Perry said, if it was in Austin, it would probably be on repeat.
Yeah, I completely. It's It's the right song, the wrong album. I
Yeah.
think that's a case of that. Now, the next song, I know where this is going for me. I don't know about Niall, but we'll see you guys in about 3 minutes.
Right. Kill the man.
So, for me,
I know.
that
You-
song, go on.
You want to know where I would put it?
Okay.
And then I'll let you be the judge of this one.
You're taking the piss.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's between these two, if I'm honest.
It's legendary. And for
Okay,
me,
yeah.
I would put it at the beginning of Legendary. That is my song of the album. Easily. It's hauntingly good. Like, it's not even the song, it's got that old school country sound. Reminds me a little bit of Tim McGraw, but the influences of Alan Jackson and Midnight in Montgomery. That's
Did you
one
shit
of my.
yourself when I put it in mostly? Yeah.
I was like, this guy fucking needs a word of him. It's one of the, for me, it's the song of the album, and the Alan Jackson sound, the lyrics, the song behind the story behind the song, sorry, is hauntingly good. It's fucking perfect. And we're going straight into the next one. Ain't How It Ends.
I am between these two again. It's a nice song. I really like it. Do I think it's better than Dead at the Honky Tonk? No. Do I think it's better than Fall in Love? Yes. It's a weird one.
So then for me, I would say, because I agree, I was between them. I would say play regularly because I do still think it's better than Falling in Love. I think it's still a nice, catchy country song. And I don't think it's a disservice to Dead at the Honky Tonk either. I think they're just both on, like, they're different types of songs, aren't they? And it's quite hard with this album, really, when you think about it, when we're trying to judge, like, the actual songs themselves, because they're sort of skipping between generations of country, aren't they? One's a really modern country, one's an old school country, so it does make it quite hard to judge this. Because, like, for example, if I'm in the mood for some old school country, then there may be the songs on this album that I would skip. But then there's other times where I want a bit more modern and I wouldn't skip them. So it's very hard because it's such a mix.
It's a weird mix, yeah.
Yeah. The next one. Now, this is going to be an interesting one, I think. Actually, I'll be intrigued to see where you go with this. So, Hey Mercedes. I was thinking with this one, I am a little bit torn because I really like this one. See,
Do you remember I said this? Do you remember I said at the start? There's one of these songs. This is that song where I wasn't sure whether I was going to put in here. This is why I wanted to hear it again. But it's got such a catchy.
my biggest issue is there's some songs on this album, this part 2, that are so strong. And do you know what it is? I actually think I haven't listened to that Hey Mercedes that much, but I really like it. So I think I would go with...
I think I'm going to go Wouldn't Skip It.
Yes. But then I was also thinking, based on what I've just heard, about moving Ain't How It Ends down and Hey Mercedes up. Because of the catchiness of the song, am I more likely to go back to it?
I'm fully agreeing with you there. This is why I said I wasn't sure whether it was in there or not, because it's not one that I go to very often.
Yeah.
But hearing it again, it's got such a catchy.
Yeah, I need
like,
to listen
hook
to it more. I've been with that section of the album.
That
I've
song.
been a little bit yeah, exactly, because there's been such strong songs. I've been a little bit.
Have you done what
picky.
I've done, and you've picked and choose like the more popular, like
Look,
the better songs of that album?
I've listened to
Of
the
that
whole
list.
album, but if for example, if like Hey Mercedes come on, then if I'm in the mood because I'm listening to the album, if I'm in the mood for, something else, I'll go and find it. So
Yeah.
I'm guilty of it, and I'm regretting my choice a little bit because I actually really like that. So I need to give that a bit more time. Next song, Go to Hell.
Go to Hell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
The
yeah.
way you wanted it. Yeah, I love that song. It's not quite legendary, but it's
yeah,
fucking great. It's
fucking
a great
phenomenal.
song.
It's a great,
Yeah.
yeah, it's really, really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
This has been a fairly easy process.
It has been,
I'm
yeah.
quite.
Well, there's not been there's been a couple, maybe 2 or 3 songs.
There's
where
always
we've
going to
had
be a
to
couple where we
compromise.
go, yeah. I mean, this has
But I'd
been.
say 80% of this album we've been very, very similar on.
Yeah. This next one, now this one might be interesting. Two Hearts.
Okay.
I want to let you go first. This one. I'm interested to see your thoughts on this one because I think this might be a bit of a difference.
Okay, I'm getting the same vibe as Hey Mercedes from this one. I've really neglected this song. I sort of really love it,
So
and you know I love a song with a good story, and the way I've just listened to the lyrics there,
the
I
lyrics are powerful.
I want to put this in one of these.
So full disclosure, I was going on repeat. I absolutely love that song so much.
Yeah, it's better than Hey Mercedes, and it's better than Dead at the Honky Tonk for me.
The lyrics to it, and it's one of the ones that resonates when you're talking about, divorce, the kids that are so young, but they don't understand what's happening, but they happen to live with it. It's a really beautiful song.
I love a song with a story.
Yeah,
and a really good story in it.
I think that's the quite blessed in terms of country music as well. Like country music and stories, it's so you're guaranteed to get, for most part, you're guaranteed to get a good story.
Oh yeah,
That's what country music is built on. It's not about bitches and hoes and loads of money and fucking shit like. Yeah, it's life.
It's not about drugs, Willie Nelson. Roll me up and smoke me when I die.
Willie Nelson's.
Then look him in the eye.
It's not about sex and drugs. There's Willie Nelson talking about roll me up and smoke me when I die, and then he done a song with Orville Peck saying most cowboys are gay. So, yeah, he's an exception to the rule. Well, if I'm honest,
the list is basically done from here. By the way, Perry.
I'm just literally about to say this. These last 2 songs.
But I'm going to hear them anyway.
So for you guys on camera, we'll see you in 3 minutes for the first one, and then we'll be back after that for the next one. We know where these are going, but we want to listen to them again. We want to listen to them again. So we'll see you in a little while.
That song is 2 minutes and 49 seconds long, and it should be 5 minutes and 90 seconds long.
And I believe that for the purpose of the people who haven't figured it out yet, it's fucking legendary. It's
right to know.
It's fucking brilliant.
Fucking great song.
Next song, Back to Texas. If you haven't figured out where that's going yet as well, you don't know us. But we'll see you in about 3 minutes.
Yep.
And just like that, we are done. And I was just looking at 27 files. Now, as a couple, no homo, is there anything that you would maybe change as it sits here? I must admit, for me, I'm actually quite happy with it.
I'm actually happy as well, yeah.
There's a couple that, all right, the Dolly one I compromised on, but with the Dolly one, for example, like I said, I am listening to it more. So it's working its way up there. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, we've both had compromises.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
California Sober would be on repeat for me.
So there's a couple.
Shuffled.
But as a general rule, I think that it's not been too bad for a combined decision. Now, in the next few seconds, for you guys, you're going to see both mine and Niall's tier list. Okay, guys, so this is Niall's amended list. This is Niall's personally, so I've had no interference in this one. This is what the changes he's made.
This is currently where I'm sitting at. I've shuffled a couple, and I've shuffled, I believe, Hardy back down. Apologies, Perry.
No.
I've shuffled a few more into on repeat. California Sober's jumped from wouldn't skip it as a joint decision to on repeat for me. I love that song. Losers also brilliant song. It's up there. I've swapped over Dead at the Honky Tonk. Was it that?
Yes.
And Fallen in Love. I think I swapped them over. Because I wasn't sure, but I think Fallen in Love is better than Dead at the Honky Tonk. Oh yeah, yeah, that feels right. That feels very right. Yeah, that's fine. That yeah, this is it. This is it. I was really that's the one I was thinking on. But yeah,
That is a massive legendary list, though.
I know.
When we're talking legendary, we're talking the top tier.
I know.
And that's your list. That's fine. So this is mine. It's a bit different, isn't it?
Very different to mine. Considering we agreed as a joint on many things, it is very different.
Because as a joint, and I sort of know how you feel about certain songs, and you know how I feel, and there is a definitely like a unison in terms of like when we listen to certain things, we're like, oh my god. But I suppose when we're looking at things from our own perspective and only our own, maybe there's a bit more critique around it. But so I moved Hardy up, obviously. Lainey Wilson, she stayed up there. Dolly Parton, I'm sorry, I did move it down, but can we give me a bit of credit here? I didn't move it down that far. I've only moved it down one. She's in play regularly. I don't think I did that bad there.
Yeah, I moved it up one. You moved it down one.
Yeah, so it's growing on me. Don't push it. It's growing on me. All right.
I just cannot believe you've got California Sober in mostly skip. That's a heartbreaker for me, that.
My argument is, and I said this before in the video, Chris Stapleton is one of the most amazing vocalists and country vocalists, and it just feels to me like this song was a bit, I've just got him on a feature, I'll sing with him, when someone like Chris deserves at least a verse on his own. It just felt a bit cheap to me. Guys, if you would like to see a revised tier list including this album, then do put something in the comments. If you disagree, that's fine. We want to know. We want to see what you think. Let us know your legendaries. Let us know your mostly skips. And give us some ideas if you'd like us to revisit some other albums, what you'd like us to react to, and we will get on that. So we've got a few more videos coming your way regarding this album. A few shorts. There's a few bits coming out. We want to know your thoughts. We're intrigued. And yeah, until next time, guys, thank you so much for joining us, putting up with us. If you've enjoyed, give us a like, subscribe, all of that crap. And until next time, Niall, pleasure as always. And until then, take care. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon. Good night.